welcome back to the channel. As the title of the thumbnail says, this isn't our typical E60 M5 Outlaws video, but I just want to give you guys a little update. Plus, we need your advice on some stuff. So we'll just hop right into it without any intro here. So we have a few things to go over. The first one being, the owner of the company that produces our favorite exterior products for E60X M cars, F Series M cars, G Series, all the Beamers, is going to be bringing his E60 M5 up to us to have us work on it. And he's also going to be bringing a few things for some projects that we'll be talking about here in a second. So why make a video about this now? Because it's kind of elevated or increased our timeline a little bit as far as what we have to do and how long we have to do it. Again, why make this update? Because this is the future king. You guys might have seen it in the video we did about 60 roll, that white single turbo 335. Okay, so it's missing a few things, but we're doing a whole series on that. Talk about that in a second also, because the Queen's right here. It's actually kind of a big day for these two. This is the first time the Queen has ever been this close to her future king, or in the same room, building, whatever. When this M5 was in before, when we did the oil change and everything on it, a month or two before we got it as a shell, the oil change was over here and the Queen was over there. So they've never actually been in the same room. The guys that sold it to us, the owners of it at the time, they were waiting. They're kind of into Instagram, E60 M5 content type stuff, but they had things to do. So they never got the chance to go do anything together, cruise. And then they did a part out. And then we made the video about getting 60 roll, the white single turbo 335 over there. You might have missed it because all the other cool M cars, but that guy way over there. And we made a video about having both of those two BMWs. The M5 here, obviously, for you guys. And then the 335 single turbo for the Outlaw Euro channel. So we wanted to do the entire building of this M5 kind of at our own pace, off of the schedule, but we also wanted to make it so you guys could see it all happen and not be waiting months between different parts of it. And as a lot of you know, we have an actual business going on. So this Audi is here for engine replacement, that M6, that one's here for rod bearings, Vanos pump, thermostat, whole bunch of different things. And as those of you that have sent your M cars up here or visited know that when we're here, we're focused on what we're doing. I mean, that's how we provide the results we do for the price that we do, is because no matter what, this is the focus when we're here doing it. So we can't talk, and we definitely can't be editing and recording as many videos. A lot of the videos that we make on Outlaw Euro for DIYs are on weekends. Everything that we've done with this M5 has been after hours, before work. Saturday nights, Sundays are the only real full day because we're open 6 days a week. So we're 4 or 5 episodes or parts recorded with this one, but set them up to be released was so that you guys could, like, we do some interior stuff, some exterior stuff, a few different things, and then ask you guys' input, and then proceed forward and keep going until we go from this to this, because that's what this one started as. They're very much the same. This one showed up with no wheels, no suspension, no subframes, nothing, just sitting there on jack stands. And this one showed up, or we picked it up, and they're very much the same way. And so we took this and turned it into this. And we decided, you know what, we're gonna redo this, but bigger, better, everything with this M5. And that's what we've been doing for the last couple months. There's been some pretty big updates on this one. If you guys watch our shorts or follow our Instagram, you know that we happened to come across quite a few parts for it we really needed. And so everything got to escalate a little bit quicker. With the guests that we're gonna be having here soon, in the next month or so, we basically need to increase the speed on this one, get it done a little bit sooner, or at least get it presentable, because there'll be another very notable E60 M5 coming too. So we're gonna try to rush this one along a little bit, which is also why the video is in this format and not Kaylee's very nice, fine, polished format, because she's trying to finish up 6 other episodes of things for you guys so that we can focus on getting this one done. And so I need your input on things like the subframe colors. So front and rear subframes. These subframes that are on it now are off of the Indianapolis Red M5. You guys may have seen it out back, but we've got new subframes for it. Well, new used subframes that are unpainted. I'm trying to be careful not to show you guys too much stuff. Don't want to ruin it for you. But things like that for the subframes, because the accent color that we're going to use for subframes is going to be the same thing for the calipers, the seat belts, a few other things that I don't want to give away yet. So if you have a good idea for a color that's not played out, not something that has been used quite a bit, so probably no reds. Reds is a pretty common accent color. I also don't want to go with anything too crazy too, to where we're gonna have a hard time getting it done also. But I mean, if it can be powder coated, it's an option, because that's what we're gonna be doing with the subframes for that one, is powder coating them along with a few other bits. But it can't be too crazy that somebody couldn't match it with the seat belts too. So let us know about that. And also let us know about the engine, because as you see, we're missing one. But we do have one. It's upstairs. It's all disassembled and everything, ready for block machining and to decide, should it be a stroker? Should it be built for nitrous, built for boost, built to be just a naturally aspirated screamer? That's something we also need to know pretty quick. So if you have input on that, let us know. Obviously, I mean, yeah, it'd be best to just have somebody manufacture a billet block with billet internals and throw a couple twin turbos on it and all sorts of things. But this one isn't for that. This one, we're trying to make it be like a kind of an ultimate E60 M5 street car. You know, like 700, 800 horsepower. Cool with 1,000 though, but prefer to keep it around like 700 to 800, kind of like 60 roll over there, because they might be racing against each other at some point. So input on that would be awesome also, along with things like the body. This E60 M5 is a 2007, and honestly it has really good paint in the places that count. You guys will learn more about that as soon as we get some of these videos edited for you. We will release them and then you'll learn a lot more. But the E60 M5 has a few things going on with it here. These fenders. So when I got my first E60 M5, they were on average $500 a piece, used in good condition. Now they are $1,000 pretty much. So price on these fenders is going up as the quantity of them is going down. As you know, also, we don't do body work. We do motors and suspension and pretty much everything except body. The queen is in here because I was polishing it though. I'm not done yet, but I mean, for somebody that does rod bearings mainly, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of not too bad. But what I'm getting at, with the rear quarters on the E60 M5, like a lot of other vehicles, they are part of the whole body. So doing any kind of repairs back here, for someone like me that mainly does mechanical, hydraulic, electrical stuff, might be a challenge. So like this area is something we take great value and protect at all costs. So what I'm getting at is E60 M5 wide body. Huh? Let us know what you think on that, because that's something we need to know very soon also. Because like this is the queen. This is the king. I know everybody always thinks that one is the king, and we tried to go with it. It doesn't feel natural, basically, because here we never refer to this one as the king. That one over there is always referred to as the queen. That is true. This M5 is the Outlaw M5. When we say the Outlaw M5, we mean this one. Yes, that's an Outlaw M5, and this is an Outlaw M5, and this is an Outlaw M5. But this is the Outlaw M5. And when Kaylee and I originally came up with the idea of two black sapphire E60 M5s, and we could call them the king and queen, this was right after the accident with the Indianapolis red M5. And it was kind of just like an idea, a dream. We had 0 black sapphire E60 M5s at the time, or intentions of getting one, and then this one came along. And even before that, there was a part out, and that M5 we were very excited about. We were planning on to grab that one and build it like we did with the queen. We're gonna build them together, like this one and the queen, and it didn't work out. And so now that one, we'll just call that one, for simplicity, Phil. Phil didn't work out. The motor we have is from Phil. There's a few other things from Phil that we'll go over later in a different video, but Phil didn't work out. This M5 was running and driving, yes, so everybody thinks it's a lot less work. It was actually a lot more work. Headlights were shot, TNS lighting, hooked us up with that, custom setup. I didn't have a front bumper. The paint on it was horrible. I mean, the paint now is unique. Not the greatest, but unique. Besides all of that, 2 of the doors had holes in them. We had to respray the entire M5. And then we got to work on the suspension with bent inner tie rods, bent outer tie rods, struts that were blown out, a lot of issues, brakes that were shot, wheels that were cracked. This one was in rough shape, so we got to do all that stuff. And then we got to work on the engine that needed a Vanos adjustment unit and Vanos solenoids, rod bearings done, Vanos pump rebuilt. The Outlaw M5 here was just as much, if not more, work than the Queen, and cost the same. So the Outlaw M5 and the Queen were built together. And then this one started becoming the King and this and that. Well, Kaylee and I know that this one's not actually the King. Phil was the King, but Phil never got to come to fruition. And so, enter the King. Okay, I know that's not a real good dramatic. One sec. Enter the Queen. Oh, that's better. And so here we are a couple years later, and we have the Queen, and now we finally have her King. I dream of having two black sapphire M5s that are both gloss, because technically the Outlaw M5 is satin, black sapphire metallic, still black sapphire metallic, but satin. And you see what I mean here? You kind of lose the effect when one of them is more of a shade of blue and a matte finish, when compared to when you have two that are the same color. We're going to be increasing the pace on this one a little bit so that the guest that is coming, who may be bringing us some things, will know exactly what to bring. In order to get to that stage, we need to know a few things like the color for the accent, for instance, and things to do with the motor. I'm all about doing a naturally aspirated, cammed out V10 that sounds like an F1 car, or I'm down to put boost to it too. We got a little 60 roll over there, supporting a 6466 precision turbo. Maybe the King needs a turbo. Maybe he needs a 150 shot of nitrous. Let us know so we can help guide in the direction that you guys want to see, because we're down to do anything with them. These are our favorite BMWs. So you pretty much can't go wrong from our end of it. To share with you guys, we want it to be something you guys would be into. That's why I made this video real quick, to kind of give you an update and ask for your input, because we are in a little bit of a hurry. A month or two isn't very much time. Granted, the King here was outside for a while between the first episode and when we actually started doing things. And it's been inside for a week or so now. And from a week ago, it was covered in snow that was 12 inches high to on the ground. And, oh, can't show too much there. On the ground and in the shop. It's pretty good pace. And yeah, things like these fenders, if it was to be like a wide body project, for instance, probably want to destroy some factory E60 M5 fenders for that. We will likely do what the majority wants to see the most. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are ready for some E60 M5 content.